It's you and me, no place I'd rather be. Ding dong, hello, let's make this house a home.
Welcome to Spencer and Sarah's house.
Hello, welcome.
Hey,
I'm wearing the hand warmers you made for me.
they look so cute.
They are so cute. I love them.
Yay.
Find them everywhere. Sarah made me green hand warmers. For those who just listen.
Yes. Yeah, I have a pair that I use at work in the office when it's so cold, and that gets me by.
They're very comfy.
Yay.
Thank you very much for them.
Yeah. Happy to make them.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Let's see. I had the craziest revelation in therapy. Like my therapist really called me out, and I went, "Oh, you're so right." I was talking about how I was like, I want to focus on taking up more space personally. And then I was trying to like describe what I meant. And I was like, what I want to do is like almost like allow myself to be an inconvenience. Like just be like, I want to be an inconvenience to other people. And then she was like, that sounds like you think your wants are an inconvenience to others. And I went, oh. And I went, you're so right.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, that was really interesting. So I've been reflecting on that, and we'll see where that takes me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's so nuts to have a good therapist, because then it's just like, damn.
Yeah, she's really good at like finding those moments to be like, this is what I'm hearing, and I don't think that's what you want. And I'm like, you're so right. That's great.
I love
Yeah.
that.
How are you doing?
Doing good. I physically feel so much better. As you know, I was like sick for like a couple months, like since February.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm feeling better. I still have to kind of watch what I eat. I feel like my body is like, I guess for those who don't know, I had acute pancreatitis caused by my birth control, which sucked.
Love
Um,
it.
yeah, but like the pain and the cramps are gone, but I feel like depending on what I eat, like last night I had such bad like left side pain. It's fine now. Like I just feel like Brewer put it in such a good way. He's like, you were sick for so long, like you're like still flushing all the grossness out of your system. Like you just gotta give it time. So I was like, okay. I hate being sick. I feel like I'm such a crybaby and I obsess over it. And I'm always just like, what do you think this means? What do you think this means? I'm dying. It's the worst thing ever. So I'm just like trying to just like sit that out. And then Burr and I have been watching Gilmore Girls. It's his first time watching it through.
Yes.
And we just got to, I guess, spoilers if you haven't seen it. But Lorelai ditched her wedding to Max, and her and Rory went on the Harvard road
Oh
trip.
yeah. Yeah.
It's so funny watching it with him because he's like, I feel like, he did not like Max.
Ah, yeah.
He was like, I don't like how every time, like when they would fight and she would like walk away from him, he's like, I don't like this like predatory, like stalking towards her behavior. Like he was like calling these things out, and I was like, dang, it's so funny because the first time I watched this, I was like, I like Max. Now like watch 8,000, I'm like, you know what? I see it. So there's red flags here. So it's like so funny. And like he likes Dean. He's glad Rory and Dean are back together, and I'm like, interesting.
Okay.
It's funny for me to watch it back and now being like, are my opinions shifting? Like, I don't know.
I feel like every time I watch, my opinions completely change from the last time I watched it.
I'm kind of Team Dean right now a little bit, which is hilarious. Like,
yeah. I just got to the part where Rory and Dean slept together, so now I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. I cried so hard. We rewatched, we watched the episode. Oh God, it's the one where like she hasn't told Emily and Richard she's getting married to Max yet, and then Emily finds out through Suki, and then when she does tell her, Emily's like pissed, so she's like, oh, you know, blah blah, they're fighting, whatever, it's an intense moment. And then it was the scene at the end where she's like trying to get her mom's opinion on the veil. She's like dismissive, and then she's like, I don't know how to tell you things, Mom. And they have that, like, that heart to heart. And then Emily's like, you might consider a tiara. It's what I wore. And it just like got me. I like burst into tears. And I was like, I love this show. It's so funny. Bruder's like, is there ever an episode where like something intensely emotional is not going to happen? Like, is there just like a fun, light episode ever? And I was like, no, it will never happen. Like, there's always going to be something. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're going good. I think season 2 is my favorite of all the seasons. So I'm really excited about it all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
Nice.
Where are you at? Because you're rewatching it too, aren't you? Oh no, you just told me where you are. Sorry.
That's okay.
Like deep in the Gilmore Girls world right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's season 5. I'm pretty sure. So like, oh, and Rory just met Logan as well. So they just did the brigade. Oh my God, I can't say it. Brigade.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. I had to turn you down a little bit in case he can hear you in the other room.
Oh yeah.
All good. Oh man, I love this show. It is so messy though. Watching it back, it's so funny. Like, I'm just like, damn, I forgot how messy they are. It's crazy. Yeah. So another ramble-sode. Here we go.
Hell yeah. I went to a film festival yesterday. It was so cool. I went with a friend from work, and we'd never gone before, but it was in my town, my little neighborhood, and it was like the awards night, so it was like the finale, and they played the like comedy entries of like short films. And there was one that was so good. It was like it was called Teen Mary, and it was about the like conception of Jesus. But it was like on the premise of like Mary just had sex with some random guy, and Joseph is gay, and so he just pretended to. He was like offered to take care of the baby, and the whole thing was a ruse so that they didn't get stoned. They were like, "Oh, God gave me this baby, and Joseph's going to take care of it," and then they were like, "Oh, yay!" And like it was like just to keep for people finding out that she had sex before marriage.
Oh my God.
It was so funny, and like the production quality of like all the films were just like it was like really good. I was like, this is so cool. And then they did like the awards, which was really cool. So we got to see like clips of other things that we didn't get to see. It was just really fun to watch. I was like, this looks awesome. It was very inspiring.
I love that idea. That's so hilarious.
It was so good. It was so well done.
Oh yeah. I'm seeing Death of a Unicorn today.
Woohoo! Good luck.
Thanks, I know. The horse is freaking me out. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also saw Mickey 17 recently.
How was that?
It was good. I think out of 5, I'd give it a 3-star rating. Because, like, the concept was good, but then there was, like, a lot of subplots happening that never, like, felt like they panned out. And, like, I thought it was going to be about one thing. I don't know. It's, like, hard because, like, Mark Ruffalo's character is clearly, like, a parody of Trump. So I was like, damn, like, are we going there? And then it was, like, it never really, like, I don't know, fulfilled itself, I guess. And, like, yeah, there was just, like, weird subplots going on. Like, I thought it was going to be more about, like, existentialism and like what happens after we die and like bodily autonomy.
Yeah.
But then it kind of became like an alien movie. I don't know.
Great.
Because you were going through the daily movies. Did you ever watch Nausicaa?
Yes.
It became Nausicaa. Like,
okay.
Straight up.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I was like, huh? Like, yeah. But it wasn't bad. I'm glad I saw it, and like, it was hilarious. And like, Robert Pattinson, like, does this crazy accent. Like, like, it sounds like he's trying to be from, like, I don't even know. Like, it's, like, hard to pinpoint it. It's, but he's, like, I don't know. It's just good. There's good things. I think it's worth seeing, but.
Nice.
yeah, it just wasn't quite what I thought it was gonna be.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then because we were talking about Bong Joon-ho, we watched Snowpiercer, which was fucking nuts.
I haven't seen that one.
I think it's also another really good one. Like it's like the earth is like going through global warming. So they're like, "Oh, let's cool it down. We're going to make this like gas that you can shoot into the atmosphere and it'll cool the planet down." And it sends them into an ice age and like kills everyone.
Nice.
So like there was this one guy who was like obsessed with trains and like knew the gas was gonna do that. So he builds this like train that goes around the entire world and like it's like able to support society. So I think I'm trying to remember how many humans are on it. So it's like basically the only humans that survived the ice age are like on the train. And it's continuously going. And it's like it's kind of good. It's like a good take on like society and like the class system and like all kinds of shit like that. But it is kind of, I don't know, he just has like a very distinct like voice. I feel like you're just like, this is a bomb film because it's like got this like touch of absurdism to it.
Cool.
I still think Parasite is his best.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, Snowpiercer was good, and then yeah, Mickey 17 was good. It was just like not what it didn't go where I thought it was gonna go. But I don't know if I'm mad about that.
Fair.
Yeah.
I recently watched a film called Odessa on Disney Plus.
Ooh, okay.
Which it has Sadie Sink, who's from Stranger Things, and it's like this rock opera musical, and I really enjoyed it. For me, it was very campy. It was giving like David Bowie vibes.
Ooh.
And I really enjoyed it. It was very like surface level stuff. And like very like they could have like delved more into like stories. Like I think it could have been a series, in my opinion, and they could have like delved into like the actual nitty gritty of like the world and how things have come to be. So it was very surface level and moved really fast, but like it was still really fun and good. I really enjoyed it.
Okay. Ooh. Disney
Yeah.
Plus. Wild.
And I think I think it's a film that's gonna be like slept on. People are gonna watch it, not like it, but I think in 30 years this is gonna be like what would I compare this to? Like people are gonna like it's gonna be like one of those like cult, like Rocky Horror. Probably not to that height, but like it'll be one of those like camp favorites of like this is or a cult classic, I think is what that's gonna turn into. Mark my words, in 30 years. People are gonna love it.
All right, we'll check back in 30 years then.
Yeah.
Is it like a new movie?
Yeah, it just got released recently, like a few weeks ago.
Interesting. Like I never even heard of it or seen anything about it.
No, yeah, it just popped up on Disney Plus for me, and I went, "Oh, this was cool." So I just watched it.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to watch the Willow TV series, but I can't find it anywhere. I'm really sad.
Oh.
I heard it tanked, but like we watched the movie recently, and the movie's so good. And then the trailer looked amazing, so I was like, "What?" Like, I can't believe they just got rid of it though. Like, you just can't watch it. It's crazy. No. See it. I want to see it.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Firefly?
No, I've heard of it.
I think that'd be one that you would really like at some point. It's really good. I didn't think I would like it, or like I was like hesitant about watching it, but then once I like got into it, I was like, oh, it's really fucking good.
Okay, but yeah, we need something new to watch because Severance is over for now. So
yeah, I haven't seen the finale yet because I'm waiting for Robin.
God. Okay. All right.
Next episode, we'll be all on it.
Yeah. We're gonna have to be. I can't believe you haven't had anything spoiled for you yet.
I know. I've been like trying to avoid it. I've been like, I don't know what happens.
Good. Yeah, I was like bending over backwards to make sure I didn't get spoilers, and it's worth it. It's worth it. God, I can't wait for you to watch it.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh. But yeah, I think we were talking about starting Chernobyl next.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, or Ted Lasso, because Brewer's never seen it. And now that the 4th season is coming out, I'm like, I could use a a revamp. I don't want them to make a fourth season though. The third one was so like the show was perfect. It ended perfectly. Like there's no rhyme or reason to this. Maybe it's like a 10-year check-in. That'd be great. Like, and it's short season. That's fine. You know? Or maybe it's like about the women's team. I'd be down with that. But like I don't want any more. I'd rather, because I feel like the writing was so good, I'd rather they just have the writers do a new show altogether. And like I want a new show with that voice, you know?
That makes sense, yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm feeling worried.
Yeah.
Feeling concerned. I also want to rewatch Schitt's Creek. Did you ever watch that?
I want to rewatch it too.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Just great. All right, you got any things on that list of yours?
Oh, do I?
Oh, God.
Let's see. Where do you want to start? I'll save that one for last. Okay. One is something I'd thought about recently. It was like one of those, like, you know, when you look back, or I guess like because for me, I was like, because I realized I was queer later on in my years, I like look back and go, oh, this makes sense now to like other things. And I was reflecting on like in college when like there was like all these discussions about like only queer people should play queer characters and all this stuff. And I remember sitting there being like, I agree with this, but I'm also open to playing queer characters and I want to play one so bad. Now I look back and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. It's because I am queer.
I think we've talked about this before too, about like whether straight people can play queer characters and vice versa. I don't know. Personally, I don't mind. I think it's important to uplift queer actors and give them the opportunity. But I've also seen like straight actors play queer characters and I haven't been mad about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's like a weird controversial point to take. Like, I just feel like, because at the base of it, it's just about love, you know, and who you love and like your relationships and whatnot. And like, I feel like that's something that's universal, even though people want to pretend it's not. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really bothered one way or the other.
Yeah, I think for me it depends on like I feel like it wouldn't be such a big topic if there was like equality, I guess, in queer people having jobs, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I think that's where a lot of that comes from, and that's where I kind of support the idea of only queer people playing queer characters. But I've also like there are straight people that do play queer characters that I'm like, that's fine. And also it's like one of those things where it's like I don't also want to assume that someone that we think is straight, they might not be.
That's true, yeah.
So like I think it's like it's a fine line.
And you know what I think when I give that opinion, I think I'm referring more to like shows or movies that I love that have already been done where a straight person's played a queer person, then I'm like, I don't care. But I feel like nowadays if it was something new, I'd be like, well, why? Why?
Yes. Yeah.
It's acceptable, I feel like now, you know, it's not like a huge deal if there's a queer character in things anymore. So I feel like nowadays, let me amend it, I guess. Nowadays, when there's not a queer character playing a queer person, I'm kind of like, but what was the reasoning, I guess? Because it's like, I want to know what the dealio is.
Yeah. Or even like media that doesn't have queer characters in them at all. I'm always like, huh?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've watched like some I don't have any examples, but I feel like it feels very odd to me when I watch a film and I'm like, oh, why is it just straight people right now?
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I agree. I'm reading Fourth Wing right now, and there are so many like queer characters in it, and it's just said in passing, and I'm always like floored every time that like it's just like, oh, this person, like, there's a non-binary character in it, but they just like didn't even say that really. They just started using they pronouns for this character, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
What? No way. But like,
It's great.
it's exciting, yeah. Feels more real.
Yeah, it feels it's like more like representative of what the world actually looks like, which is good.
It's interesting you bring this up, and with Severance, because like Christopher Walken plays a queer character in that, and he's been known in the past as a very like masculine, hetero kind of cis man. But like it doesn't bother me, you know. The story is
so true.
Yeah, but it does beg the question though of like, like why, you know? I don't know. I guess I'm just saying like I'm not bothered unless there's like I just want to know like what the thinking behind it is. Again, especially because I feel like nowadays it makes sense to have queer characters, whereas like in the past it was more of like, oh, you're like doing a queer character, like that's gonna be detrimental to your career or something like that. It's just not like that anymore. So that's why, like, I guess nowadays when it's like a straight person playing, we assume or know them to be straight and they play a queer character. You're kind of just like, well, why? It's an interesting conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Strange times.
True. Yeah.
Spencer and Sarah's House can be listened to on all podcast streaming platforms as well as watched on YouTube. You can find Spencer and Sarah on Instagram and TikTok at @SASHousePod, S-A-S Housepod. For bonus content like our Book Corner episodes, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/SASHousepod. Thanks for listening and supporting us. Now back to the episode.
The other thing I had, like, in relation to acting as well, is I had this realization, which I feel like I've known before and just forgot again. But like the with like this whole idea with like auditioning and stuff, I feel like there's this pressure or like a mindset that I feel like I have felt around me, especially like in college and stuff, where it's like there's this desire of like when I audition, I need to be good enough to get the role. And like that's the thinking of like I need to be good enough for this. And then I was like rethinking it in my brain this weekend of like it's not about whether you're good enough, it's just whether this person that is like setting up this project, whether you fit what they see or not. And I was like, oh yeah. And it just takes off so much pressure of like do you want this or no? And then like it has nothing to do with your capabilities or your skills. It's just do you fit what that person's looking for or not? And I was like, oh, I forgot and I remembered again, so I feel a lot better about things.
It's funny, I was just thinking about this the other day. I did a showcase recently where we got to like perform for some reps and managers, and they kind of gave us feedback afterwards, and it made me realize like it's not that deep. Like no one's sitting in there being like, oh, this fucking guy, you know, like they want you to do well and like be the solution to the problem of we need to cast this character, like they're not looking for you to be a problem. And I feel like I remember when we were in acting school being told like, oh, if you even look like an ex-girlfriend of a casting director, there's no way you're getting it. And it's like, that's just it's bullshit. Like that makes no sense. Like it's really not personal unless you're like an ass or like super arrogant, then I feel like it could be personal. And it's interesting, I have been told by like some acting teachers out here, like, there are going to be people who have very strong opinions about how like what they're looking for or what a successful actor looks like, and they will not budge on those opinions. But I think if you're secure in yourself and you're doing the best that you can do, it's not that deep. Like
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that's where like where the problem comes from is when people are set in a generalized way. If they have a set of like a main character is a person who is white and thin and pretty or whatever, like, and then you're not that. Like, I think that's where like the issue is of like when you go like, please cast this person because they can like they fit this better, but instead they're going into this like societal beauty norm instead of skill and how they actually embody the character. I think that's where like the issue does come up.
Yeah.
In school, I was told, I remember one of our teachers being like, who has tattoos in this class? Me and one other girl raised our hands. Yeah, and they were just like, you won't get booked. I'm like, then what the fuck am I paying you all this money for? Like, hello? And then when I did the showcase, one of the notes I got back was like, oh, in your headshots, you should show off your tattoos. Like, we want to see that. And I'm like, wow. Like, so school was fucking bullshit. Like, for real. Like, it's not like that. Like, people are not mean like that. Like, I have not encountered anyone in the acting world who's like, fuck you. Like, this is a competition. And, like, we're not going to help each other and blah, blah. It's just not that deep. And it's like, it's ridiculous, this idea of like, I guess to me, I don't know if every actor feels this way, but it's ridiculous to me, this idea of like, oh my god, all these people sitting in the room, we all look the same, like I gotta beat this person out. And it's like, it's just not like that. Like, you bring your own special sauce to it, for real, like by just being yourself. So like, you're not really comparable that way. Like, it's really, I think it just comes down to like, whoever's casting the show is just like, we have this kind of image of this character in mind, maybe physically, but mostly probably like how you deliver the lines and the feeling and the emotions you tap into, your take on the character. That's what they're looking for, you know, more often than anything. So it's just like, how can you even compare yourself? Like, this person's going to interpret a scene or a line completely different than I am. It's just not, you're not comparable that way. It's like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
And it's annoying to me because it's like, it's all you know. Like, I got into that acting class through word of mouth, that showcase through word of mouth. You know what I mean? So like, the industry would not exist, I feel like, if people weren't helping each other out. So this idea of like, you have to gatekeep knowledge in the acting industry, in the entertainment industry, is bullshit, and it makes me so mad when anybody is like, it's competitive. And I'm like, only in the sense that we both want the role, but it's not like one of us is better than the other. We're just different people. Like, oh, it drives me up the fucking wall.
Definitely. And I think like, at least in some way, it shows that like, from when we were taught in college, from what we were taught in college, and those like teachers and professors' mindsets and experiences versus now, like there has been growth in that, which is nice. I think that's a positive thing, at least if there has been like that change. Yeah, and it's also just like working with the people that you like working with too.
Yeah,
and that's
completely.
Yeah.
And I just feel like something Jenna Fisher wrote in her book was all like, she got the job because she was consistent in her craft, you know, like coming in and doing good work and like being ready and like knowing what she feels about a character and whatnot, you know. Like, to me, after being in this class and still being in this class, like, there's so much I have to focus on for my own craft and how I process and how I act, that I could not imagine being so wrapped up in what other people are doing. Like, I have to put all my energy focusing on me for an audition. I don't have the extra fibers in my body to be like, what is this person doing? How can I beat this person out? It's like, it must be so exhausting to be in that mindset of like, you know, I need to be the solution. It's like, you might not be, and it sucks, but like, it's just, I just don't, from what I've been seeing so far, it just doesn't seem like it's personal like that. Like, it's just not like that.
Yeah, not at all.
God, it drives me so nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And I get maybe they were trying to instill in us like a motivation, like a competitive spirit of like, you have to drive your career, you know?
Yes.
Like, it's up to you to get yourself out there, to get auditions, to get an agent. Like, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But trying to scare us into like, you know, there's like gonna be like things about you that they're not gonna like. It's just not that. It's like, of course I can't control what they're thinking about me, but I wouldn't let that stop me from doing things. You know, like, it's like, I can get off this hill right now. Like, I'm never getting off of it.
I definitely agree.
Bring it up because I was just thinking about it the other day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but it's cool. I like the creative industry.
It's fun.
True. Like yeah. The little discoveries. Like I had class last week and like my scene partner said a line like in a way where like it hit me different than I've ever heard it. And it totally changed my reaction and how I delivered my next line. And
Yeah.
I love shit like that. And it's funny, my teacher was like asking me like, she's like, you need to figure out why you act and like what the craft means to you and like what do you want to do with that in your career. And I'm starting to think, I think it's moments like that where it's like the other person comes at you in a way where you have to adapt. Like I want my acting to be adaptive and like I live for those moments where like I'm totally like thrown and I have to just like, oh shit, like, well, I know this is what my character thinks and feels about this thing, but now that this is being said at me, like, oh God, like, how do I decide or move forward within the confines of that?
Mm-hmm.
I love acting. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great. It's so great.
Yeah, that's what doing, like, rehearsing my show, because I play 3 different characters within it, I've been having, like, these crazy discoveries of, like, because it's like weird because it's like I wrote it, so it's like I know what I wrote and the intention behind what I'd written, but now that I'm like embodying each character, I'm like finding different motivations than what my original intention was, and I was like, yo, what? This is crazy. It's so fun.
Wow, within yourself, within your own work. That's cool. That's gotta be a good feeling too, though, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. It feels good, and it's like it like makes me so excited about like just like art in general and like how everything is so interpretive based on where you're at in that moment. Like it's so cool, and also it's making me excited to perform it next week because I'm like I have like I can prepare as much as I want to, but I really have no idea where it's gonna go because it depends on where I'm at on Sunday. So I'm like really excited to see what happens.
I'm excited to see it. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Wow, by the time this comes out, you'll have done the show though, huh?
Oh yeah, so true. Oh God.
We'll need to reflect once you're done.
Yes, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah.
What else is on that list of yours? You got some good shit today, Sarah. I mean, you always do.
Thanks.
But damn, today you got me worked up.
I've been thinking. So this is the last thing I have, which is a complete left turn. Are there types of like food textures that you like? Like the way, like sometimes for me, I just like some food because of the way it tastes in my mouth or feels in my mouth.
Yeah. Definitely. I was telling Brewer like my favorite like desserts are like pastries, like things with like cream fillings. Like I love a good Boston cream donut. I love a good jelly donut. Like I love a good like Danish, like stuff like that. So like I find like stuff like that, like cream, tiramisu, like stuff that's like fluffy and like light, like oh, I love, like it's so nice to me. And then I guess stuff I don't like. I don't like things that are like grainy. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like a sauce with like that's like not been like fully like the particles are still there.
Sure. Yeah.
And I don't really like that. I don't like nuts in anything. It just nuts like that was good to say, but like yeah, like I don't like really rough textures. Like it really bothers me.
I feel like we're almost opposites because I don't like cream filled things. Like for me, that texture freaks me out. But I love grainy like sand in my mouth. Like like I used to like graham crackers. I used to like nibble with my little teeth to like do like shavings of the graham cracker in my mouth to eat. There's this like Filipino like a biscuit cookie thing. It's like I don't know how to describe it because I've never seen it anywhere else. But it's like and I forgot what they're called, but they're like, it's like a tiny little square, and they're different flavors. I think the most common is like an almondy type, but it's like grainy. So when you bite into it, it's like dust in your mouth. It's the best thing in the world. I was like, I love this.
What in the world? That is so funny to me. Yeah, I can't do it. Like, I love going to Boston every year because we like get sandwiches and eat on the beach. But like, if there's like sand in my sandwich, oh, it drives me. Like, I hate that. Like, it's like rocks in my mouth. I can't do rainy shit like that. Or you just reminded me of something. Oh my God. Fuck, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I've discovered recently I don't like rosemary. Like, I like it on a dish. It makes it taste really good. But for some reason, I feel like the little rosemary leaves, twigs, just get stuck in my mouth, and I feel like I can't chew them. Like, it's just like, ugh, like I end up just like, bleh, like spitting them out. Like,
I agree. We did at work we had like a company lunch recently, and there was like bread that had rosemary on top of it, and I was like picking the rosemary off, and someone was like, "Why are you picking the rosemary off?" And I was like, "It's a branch." I was like, "I don't want to eat that."
yeah. No. Yeah. But no, I'm a freak. I used to get chicken wings from the Jewel, and then I would break the bones apart and eat the marrow.
Whoa, I've never done that.
I don't know if you should.
I think it's okay.
And I'm alive, so it's fine. But like, yeah, I love like something smooth and like, yes, that. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah.
It's funny you asked this. So my dad lost his sense of taste, like halfway through his life. So we've had to focus a lot on texture.
Yeah.
We make food and stuff, and so like, I feel like I notice it a lot more now. I'm like, okay. I had a moment the other day too where like if there's like spices, so I had this breakfast sandwich that came on like a burger bun, and it had like pepper like baked into it. And something about having spices on top like that hurts the roof of my mouth. Like, I took a bite and it felt like I couldn't describe. Like, I had to flip the sandwich over and eat it so that I hit it first. Like, yeah, it was weird. But like certain textures like that where they're like crushed already.
Yeah.
And then it like hits the roof of my mouth. I feel like it grinds it into the roof of my mouth, and I'm just like, ugh, like I can't do it. It hurts.
Yeah.
It physically hurts.
Yeah, that's how I feel about like hard bread. Like, I love sourdough bread, but like if the crust is too hard when I bite into it, it just like fucks up the roof of my mouth, and it makes me so sad.
Yeah, I usually split it in half. Yeah, and then just eat.
Yeah.
Also, something's too chewy. I can't do it. Like the gristle of meat and stuff. I end up putting it out. I'm like worried I'm gonna choke on it.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I've really gotten into chewing a lot lately. I know that's like weird to say, but like I feel like I over chew my food. I don't know. Like, I gotta make sure this goes down, guys.
Yeah, that's better than the opposite.
True. Well, I read this book. I listened to an audiobook actually recently of Yellow Face by R.F. Kuang.
Yeah.
It was good. It was fucking crazy, but it was good. And like in the very first chapter or two, somebody chokes to death on like a pancake because it was too like fluffy.
Yeah.
And it was like expanding in the throat. They couldn't get it out. And I just can't stop thinking about it. So I feel like I over chew everything now. Like, I'm chewing for so long. I've always been a slow eater anyway. I just like to take my time, but I feel like it's even longer now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're like in the dark.
I know, I'm like slowly just creeping into the ether. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Brewer's listening to the audio drama of A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Yeah, how's that going?
I think he likes it. He just got to the point where like Tamlin sends her away, so she's back at the manor with her sisters.
Okay.
Like, God, hold on for dear life. This is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think we talked a while ago. I was like, maybe I am an audiobook girly. I'm now swinging back. No, I don't think I can do it. Like, I try to listen to them on my drive, but like, it's just so hard. I feel like I can't focus. Like,
Yeah.
I'm listening to her other book series right now, The Poppy War, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I just feel like if I tune out for even a second, I lose so much information. Like I honestly would rather just like have the headphones and be reading the physical book.
Yes, yeah.
To read the book. I can't not focus on it or I'm not gonna retain anything,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can do audiobooks.
That's fair.
I'm also really mad because I read a thread the other day, like the Instagram threads thing, where someone was like, audiobooks is not reading. And I was like, fuck you. Like, so you're saying like if somebody who is like blind or can't read listen to an audiobook, it means they didn't read the book? Like, get the fuck out of here. It's the same story.
Yeah.
Like, stop gatekeeping. Who cares?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Some people do better with audiobooks. You're still retaining the information of the book. It counts. I'm over it.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm mad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just like it really sent me this week. I was like, get out of here. Stop trying to like control how people consume media. Like I can't do this.
Yep. I get that. Yeah, I came across something, I forgot what it was, but I came across something on TikTok where I saw a comment that like really pissed me off. But then I looked at the I looked at the profile name and it was like dirty like it was like dirty bog water or something. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna listen to someone whose profile name is dirty bog water.
It's like straight mindset to have, yeah. Yeah, I've started clicking on the profile of people to be like, what else are you posting? Should I care? Should I care about your opinion?
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Nuh-uh.
I don't feel like I post anymore either. Like I share stuff to my Instagram story, but I don't really care to post anymore.
I hardly do, which feels nice. It feels freeing. But it's been so long since I have like felt that like, oh, I gotta post this thing. I gotta post this thing. Now I'm like, I don't care.
I know when I read comments now, I'm just like, why do people do this? Like, why do they comment on anything? Like, who cares? Like, that's enough.
Yeah.
I'm really into like DIY stuff now, like when people like do cool things in their house or whatever. And so many people are just like, that looks ugly. And I'm like, you don't live there. It's not your house.
Literally.
Why even comment? Just don't watch. I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know,
wild.
the internet's so annoying sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
If I'm annoyed, I just go on Tumblr.
Nice.
Get a reset.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we want to chit chat about?
Nothing I could think of.
All right. Where do you think we were today?
I feel like I'm feeling like kitchen table today.
Yeah. I'm like sitting on the floor at the coffee table, so that's where
Yeah, I feel that.
Casual hang.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, Sarah, break a leg in your show.
Thanks.
So excited for you.
Thank you. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. All right. Well.
Okay.
See y'all next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.